Hey guys, welcome back. Illusion here with you again, like always, back for another episode of the DNS Tech Pack. So last episode we were working on making new armor and the enchantment room, which looks okay to me. Got a new set of armor, which is pretty cool actually. I did come back and put Soulbound 1 on everything, just in case we have a little bit of a dying incident. You know, the armor's still saved. So I've been out of town for about a week. Usually I go out of town for about a week at a time. So I just moved this save over my laptop and was just been piddling around. So show you what I've done. I've been kind of working on the walls, been doing some decoration. Move the smeltery over because I end up losing all my bolts. So I moved it over here. And let's walk over here. So I'm going to do a quick catch up what I've done the last week, and then we'll work on today's project. So over here, this is kind of the magical wing of the base. I started working on a little bit of Botania stuff. So I've got two builds going on right here. The first build right here is a system to automate living wood and living rock. So what I have is a block placer with both stone and oak, which I can just pop in there manually. I'm not really worried about doing that. And then I have this set on a timer. I have it set for 1700 ticks. Yeah, ticks. I haven't been screwing with this long enough to kind of, I should just say I'm kind of sick today, so if I feel sound a little more worse than usual or a little bit whiny than usual, that's how it is. But I'm only home for a few days, so I need to get a little bit of recording done. So I haven't spent enough time on this to try to get it dialed in perfect, but you can see there's not a lot of delay between the time it changes to the time it breaks it. So I got a block breaker from, that one's Project Red, and then a open block placer. Timer from RF Tools gives a signal to not only place it and then break it. Everything goes into the shell box. So it's a good system just to walk away from and not have to deal with anything. Next system that I'm kind of proud of. I've never seen anybody do anything like this, but I'm kind of happy with the way it worked out. It's kind of a simple build actually. So what I have is a mana distributor, and it is distributing mana to 4 individual pools. What I have here is a vanilla, I did use a vanilla comparator that's comparing how full this mana pool is, and it's outputting a redstone signal based on how full it is. So you can actually see it's got a power of 2. And I should say that I've never seen anybody do this. This is all something I was just thinking about. I was like, yeah, I think I can do this. So it emits a redstone signal, and then underneath that I have a Steve Factory Manager redstone receiver, maybe? Yeah, redstone receiver, that's right. And what it's doing is taking this signal, and then it's kind of using the information off of the comparator to make some decisions. So what it's doing is, I'll go through the code real quick. So I have a trigger, and I have it set on every 480 seconds, which is, what, 8 minutes? Something like that. Don't math on camera. So every 8 minutes it runs through a complete cycle. What it does is it looks at the redstone node, and then it looks for a strength of 1 through 14. Remember, redstone goes through 1 through 15. So if it's receiving a signal anywhere from 1 to 14, it will go down the true line, in which that means the true will grab from the interface, it will grab a coal block, and then you can see right here, it will stick it to the open crate, which will drop it down here to be picked up by the endo flames to be squirted over here. And then I have an interface down here that is just yank it from. So I'm still kind of tweaking the time here, kind of trying to dial it in a little bit to make it kind of constantly run. But at this point I can just walk away from it, and you can see it's already at a 2, and I just built this pretty much the last time I played. So looks like I'm going to lower it down a little bit. Like I said, I'm still trying to dial it in just a hair. So what I'll do is I'll just dial it down. let's see, just do 450. Well, hold shift so it doesn't pick it up. And you can see it's starting to run again. So I'm still kind of, like I said, still dialing that in a little bit. And there's lots of other ways you can automate this with, you know, like hydrangeas or lava, the thermal lilies and stuff like that. But I thought this, I already had the endo flames built, so I was like, yeah, well, just kind of expand off of that. Don't know how much Botania we're gonna get into, but at least I wanted this running, so at the point where I do need some mana, I'm good to go. And same thing with this, which I could probably switch this out because got a fair amount of living wood right now. So yeah, so I just kind of placed down, mocked down where the Thaumcraft infusion thingy goes, just so I can get a kind of a space layout of here. And I still need to put glass up. I just logged in here and I moved the save over from my laptop to my big computer, and I had a horrible frame rate, and I started digging, and something's going on with the nether. I actually had to reset the nether, which means I'm going to lose my lava very soon. I reset the nether. I haven't gone back there and cheated myself in a new pump and stuff, but it was running at 2 ticks a second. I don't know what's going on in the nether, but I just went ahead and deleted the file and just start over. You can see that it's now back to 20 ticks a second, where it was 3 point something. I did make a QAD, but I have not made the Magnum torch. Yeah, so we'll maybe try to get that done today. Maybe make some chandeliers. I don't know if I got all these potions. Did do a little bit of Thaumcraft research. I'm going to do that off camera again. I have this on easy mode for research because I'm not doing the minigame. So this is basically buy your stuff with experience points. So I started that the other night when I was bored. Over here, started working on my power room. We are getting pretty tight on power, as you can see. I want to upgrade the processing plant over there, the factories, but we're tight on power, and I believe this should be running because I need ender pearls. Okay, good. So this has been running for a while. Oh, that's loud. So this is back running again, so I can get some ender pearls going. Yeah, so we got some loot bags. Some dimlets. Let's see what we got here. Potion night vision. I'll put that in my potion drawer. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much the catch up from what I've done in the last week or so. Kind of off camera. Not a whole lot, but just, you know, just do a little bit here and there. So what we're going to work on today... Did I do anything else? I don't think so. I set these up over here, but, you know, it's not real hard stuff to do. What are you working on? Iron, copper. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to work on probably 2 projects today. I want to get that big reactor up and running, which means I need to come back and put all the we'll put resonating ender in all the spaces for coolant. So we need to get that running, and I want to start a little bit of Rotarycraft today. I got kind of a plan in mind, and I made up a bunch of made up 265. I brought in the alloy furnace over here and been letting it run, or blast furnace I should say. So yeah, let me go get some ender pearls made up, and we'll kind of go from there. This should be pretty much fullish. So, alright, I'll see you in a minute. One thing I want to show you real quick is, I don't know if everybody knows this, but you can actually insert a portable tank into a fluid transposer, and it will actually fill up for you, like this. So it's kind of a, instead of, you know, bucket in to the tank, it's a pretty cool way to do it. So, I'm going to do that, and I will bring you back once I get all the ender pearls, melted ender pearls, put in the big reactor. Alright guys, we're back. So, about 400 trips later, finally got all the ender pearls laid up in here. It wasn't 400, it's more like 500. No, just kidding. It was like 3. Finally got that fixed. Ready to go. Now, you may be asking, what's my plan here? Fly over here. So, got a big reactor right here, and I made it the dimensions that I did is because I want to have 2 turbines stacked on top of it going up. So it's going to be kind of like a big reactor on the bottom, and then turbine here, and then turbine in the back. And then I'm going to platform this out, and maybe like do like a reactor from Mechanism. I don't know. I mean, this is a tech pack. This is going to be a very tech heavy series, so I want to leave myself some options. But here we go. So already ran over some ME cable and export bus. Go ahead and start filling that thing up. A little bit quicker. Yeah, it's a little bit quicker. But anyway, put an export bus, got on here, so that is to drag the cyanide out, and go into here, turbine. So we're gonna need the cyanide to make more of these turbine housings. So I'll just let it drag it back into the network, and I'll probably set up a crafting pattern to where anytime a cyanide hits the network, it'll automatically turn into some turbine housings. So that'll be fun. Next thing we're going to work towards is power storage. It's not a great system right here with the capacitors. I mean, yeah, it's 30 mil, but you know, I think I need to go check the system, but I think I made some stuff for the power monitor to automate this thing. I'll have to go look at that. But Mechanism, I mean, ultimately I want to have a Draconic Evolution thing, but Mechanism has some pretty cool multi-blocks where you can have these, you know, this one stores 3.2 giga RF, 25, 204. So I got some pretty cool multi-blocks. So maybe we're going to jump into that. But what it needs is I have to get lithium dust. And to get lithium dust, you actually have to get lithium to the chemical crystallizer. And to get lithium dust, you actually have to get liquid lithium. And to get that, you have to have a solar evaporation controller. Oh, this is just the multi-block, which will turn brine into liquid lithium. So I already got the patterns made it for this, so I think this is coming down the route if we want to jump into that. I haven't 100% committed, but I think that, and then of course the brine, you just pump water into the solar evaporation controller. So it's not a hard system, it's just steps, just a little bit tedious to make. And a lot of things in Mechanism, the higher tier you go up, the more things, more tedious you get, which is completely how it should be. Because I just don't have enough draconium to make what will eventually be the multi-block storage. So how are you looking? Okay, you're full. So let's just see how much you can make. I think the big reactor simulator said 23,000 RF. Looks like it was pretty spot on. 23.1. I can handle that. Let it wind down and it'll pretty much fill all the way back up as it winds down. Yeah, wasted a little bit of power. So that's not bad. That's better than the 2,000 or so, 1,800 we're making now. And we have a more plus on gasoline. Anyway, well, this system's going away, and we're going to be switching over to big reactor power. Let's go see if I made a power monitor. I think I started to. Did I not? Oh, I think I was going to, but then I got sidetracked. Like a lot of things. Well, we can do that a few ways. Power monitor's probably relatively easy. I mean, I've automated this as a few different ways. I've automated with the using 3 redstone ports. That's pretty simple. This one's pretty simple too. I just don't have all the pieces and parts made up. What is this made out of? Iron and redstone. Fine. Iron and redstone. I'll get rid of all that now. Oh, wrong machine. Wrong machine. Totally. There we go. So I'll just go put one in there, and then I'll teach a crafting pattern to it, and I'll let the ME system work on it. Okay. So we're flipping around here. Magnum torch. This was glowstone. Okay. Which we have to figure out a source to get glowstone, because oh shit. I just wasted a glistening melon because I don't know vanilla. Yep, my fault. Totally my fault. Alright, that's still running pretty good. So while we wait on the power monitor get made, let's jump into Rotarycraft a little bit, and then the QED will do that. So that's kind of our 3 things for today. I did get all the pieces and parts while I was cooking up ender pearls to make a steam engine. So let me just tell you where we're kind of the direction we're going with this. Grab you. So this is kind of a step process we got to deal with. So my ultimate goal is to have an extractor. And this is going to have, it's a very simple way to do up to 5 times processing with a bonus. And I always thought Rotarycraft was just a cool mod, so I like playing with it. So we're going to get this. This is going to be mainly for processing like our platinum, to making lots of Venderium. If we get tight on something like gold or something, we can put it through here. We can also do 5 times processing mechanism, but I don't want to get onto that today or at all. So this is going to be a fun option. Now the thing about the extractor, it takes a shit ton of power, and the way we're going to power it is with, let me There's an entry. Nope. Accessory. Nope. Utility. Anyway, there's a dynamo, for lack of a better word, that converts from RF to Rotarycraft power, which I can't remember where it's at. It's in here. Production. There it is. Magnostatic engine. So like it converts RF to Rotarycraft power, and it does need a few bits and pieces, but it's relatively cheap. It's diamond shaft, and it can just basically output the Rotarycraft power. So that's why we're going to be able, where we're going to get our power from an extractor to go here, but we have to get here. And to get here, what do we need? Trying to think what we need to get here. I think we're going to have to get lubricant and maybe make a gasoline, one of the engines. So anyway, we're going to work on lubricant today as well. I love how that kind of glitches out. So I got a steam engine, and the steam engine will put out power, of course, and I believe it needs a steady supply of water. We're going to need a angular transducer. That recipe got cheaper. It used to be a ender pearl. Yeah, screwdriver. Flint and steel. We're going to need some way to pump water. So anyway, I'm going to get the extract. The next thing I need is the grinder from Rotarycraft, which is a recipe right here. So I'll get that made up. So how are we doing, Tom? Made up, and then I'll get the power monitor made, and then we'll come back and kind of play for a few more minutes. So I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, I'm back. So I've been crafting for a few minutes, getting everything ready to go. During the last week or so, I did come and add sugarcane to my little farm right here, and this shit, what's it called? Canola. Man, I tell you, I don't feel good today, but I must keep recording. So I did add canola here and put it in a crate. So this is what we're going to turn into lubricant for Rotarycraft. So I'll come over here and just grab a few stacks, and knew I was going to need some sugar, so I went ahead and switched that out for that. So let's do Rotarycraft first. So, oh yeah, it did make a sound, motherfucker. That is obnoxious. Oh, that's better. Alright, so what I have is a steam engine. You saw me made that. What I made off camera was a worm gear and a grinder. So the worm gear is one of the kind of a low tier block that allows you to take some power. Grab this thing right here. So what this is doing is putting out 16 kilowatts at 512 rads or revolutions. And what the worm gear is taking the power down, but it's increasing the torque by knocking down your rotations. So it's now 29 rads from 512. So even though our total power is still just about the same, I mean, you do have to take a little bit of a loss. You're now increasing the torque by lowering the rotations, which has now satisfied our power requirements for our grinder, which now we can grind up canola seeds to get lubricant. And what we need lubricant for is for a lot of the machines, like the drive shafts and the shaft gears and everything, that require lubricant to run. So this is kind of where you kind of start in Rotarycraft, is getting this guy going. So I don't know how much we're going to get per millibucket, or per thing. We'll see. Okay. What can we do with that? We can centrifuge that. So, as you can see, the little tooltip right here. Grinds canola seeds and the oil as lubricant. So I'm just going to let this guy run. Might just come stick like a hopper on here or something. I don't know. But here's the two tools from Rotarycraft. Your angular transducer is basically your tool that you can click on to get any kind of information. And you can see green is input, red is output, and you can see the kind of the gear drive in the middle. And then your screwdriver is like your wrench of Rotarycraft. So pretty cool. So we'll let those guys run, and then we'll kind of pick up with Rotarycraft, because that's going to have to make up some stuff for a little bit. Get rid of that. Alright, power monitor. Do we have all the stuff made for a power monitor? Almost. Okay, and then we just need a chassis. Cool. Now, next, I need redstone. Yeah, that should work. That should work. Do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start making some of those up. I got a few made already. Let's make another 5-ish to get us to 12. That'll be 4 sets of cable. Okay. But I didn't bring any cable. So, good job. Here. Okay, so that's going to go to there. So I'm going to leave the... Actually, I am going to move the power bank. Let's just break you here, and you can finish using up whatever power you got left. And I'm going to move you to here-ish. Okay. Let's do a little bit of organizing. So that I'm going to rerun. That's fine. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just pump all this power into the quarry and let that guy just kill it. Oh, can buffer down to 32 arithmetic. That works too. Unless the core's done, which is entirely possible. Okay. So what we'll do, power monitor. No. So I'm going to come back and switch these out for the high tier cables, but I'm just going to kind of show you what my thought process is. Actually, that cannot be there. Has to be not there either. There. Okay. And I'll come back and fix this up, but I just want to show you where my head's at with this. And you here. Alright, so what the power monitor does, if you've never seen it, it's a pretty cool block. It will read how much power is in this capacitor. And when I tell you, it's actually, so you can see it's filling up with power. I'm going to enable an engine control, and then I'm going to emit a signal when it gets to 25%, and then turn off when it gets to 94%, because I'm going to give a little bit of room for it to wind down. And so when this power drains out to down to 25%, it'll kick on the reactor. And we're going to set this, set from signal, commit, and that's pretty much automated. But I do not have anything going power. Oh, I see what you did. I see what you did. You little. Well, I don't have enough power cable to make it work. But it actually, what it was doing. What I can do, for now, for just temporary, till I get my other cables built. There we go. So then we'll start draining out this capacitor. You can see it's draining out here first. So, and then once this thing takes a hit down, it'll kick on the reactor. It's a pretty neat way to automate it. And these guys should be rolling, but I guess not. Well, I gotta check that off camera. We're at 33 minutes. But I'll finish making the stuff from the QED. I did make, why you, oh, vanilla. Nice try, skeleton. Alright, well, that'll do it for today. It's getting a little long. You know, I'm going to finish making the Magnum torch. Because you can hear all the jingle jangling going on. And we'll be back for another episode when I can get into some more stuff. So, see you guys soon.